welcome back to Blue Ocean English and some more grammar on the moon. In today's video we're going to look at the second conditional. So before we begin, let's just do a quick review of how we remember to use which conditional. So to remember which conditional to use, we use the word trip. The zero conditional is for things that are true. The first conditional is for things that are real. The second conditional is for things that are impossible. And the third conditional is for things that are in the past. So the second conditional is for things that are impossible or very unlikely. For example, winning the lottery. It's almost impossible. So in the if part, we use the past simple, and in the result part, we use any modal verb. So will, could, might, must, need to, etc. So past simple and any modal verb. For example, if I won the lottery, I would buy a boat. If I lived on the moon, I could enjoy the view. If I had a good job, I might travel more. Something strange about this conditional when we use the verb to be is that we don't use was. A simple way to remember is that we always use were when we use the verb to be. So if I were, she were, always were. So for example, if I were a dolphin, I could swim better. Or if I were younger, I might understand technology better. If she were happy, I would know. Always with were. One simple way to think of examples for this is to think of crazy, impossible situations. Being an alien, or a good example is being an animal. So a good exercise here is, for example, if I were a kangaroo, I could jump far. If I were an eagle, I would fly to South America. If I were an octopus, I could juggle well. One very, very common way that we use this form of conditional is when we give someone advice. We would say, if I were you, I would. So when we say this, what we mean is if I take your place, if I am you, this is what I would do. So for example, if I were you, I would stop smoking. Some good advice. If I were you, I would be nice to your mum. Or if I were her, I would get a new job. If I were him, I wouldn't speak to her. Now we're going to look at a walking tour, and I'll show you how you can use these phrases in an outside situation, and you can watch this video. It's about Yosemite National Park in California. Fantastic place. It's my favorite place in the world. So here we have a walking tour from Yosemite, and the idea is you watch one of these walking tours and you describe the things that you can see with a bit of imagination, and you can practice using the impossible conditional. So for example, if we have a look here, if I were there, I would take photos too. If I lived in Yosemite, I would see this every day. If she had a helicopter, she could see more of the park. If he were taller, he would have a better view. If she weren't here, she might be sleeping. Okay, next we're going to go to the Van Gogh Cafe. So I can show you how you can go outside, sit in a cafe in your world and practice using the first conditional for things that are impossible or almost impossible. Are you ready? Let's go! So here we are at the Van Gogh Cafe. Now I'm going to show you how you can use the first conditional for things that we can see using a bit of imagination. So just to remind you, for things that are impossible, we use the past simple and any modal verb. So this cafe is in Arles in France. So I can say, if I lived in Arles, I would come here often. If I had a horse, I would call it Dave. If she were an elephant, she would be noisy. If they were children, they would be playing. If he had 6 arms, he could work better. So you can see I'm choosing very crazy, strange situations that are impossible. Okay, so that's the end of today's video. Don't forget to go outside, practice using these phrases in your world, become fantastic at using them, and then when it's all very easy for you to talk about them in many situations, then you can move on. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Here we are, just another typical English summer day. Just before I go, it's just me doing everything here at Blue Ocean English. So if you like what I'm doing and you want to see more, please don't forget to leave a comment. Maybe you have an idea for a video or a nice background picture that you'd like to see, or share this video with a friend. The best way for you to say thank you is to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and check out my merchandise, all the nice things you can buy, t-shirts, hats. You can also check out our great books on Amazon. There's 3 phrasal verb books, An Ocean of English phrasal verbs, each book with 200 examples, a lovely picture, and 3 clear examples of how we use each phrase. And then 3 books for idioms. They're called An Ocean of English Idioms. Also 3 books with 600 idioms, 200 in each book, all with a picture and 3 clear examples of how we use each idiom. Thank you very much for watching, and wherever you are, try to feel English today.
Learn to love me, assemble the waves. Now, today, tomorrow, and always. My only weakness is a list of crime. My only weakness is, well, never mind, never mind. Shoplifters of the world, unite and take over. Shoplifters of the world, hand it over, hand it over, hand it over. Learn to love me and assemble their ways. Now, today, tomorrow, and always. My only weakness is a listed crime. But last night the plans for a future war was all I saw on Channel 4. Shoplifters of the world, unite and take over. Shoplifters of the world.